Imagine being at the top of your career. Decades of work, global fandoms, sold-out tours, brand power that literally prints money. And then finding out you're owed millions and the company holding your money is dead silent. That's exactly where EXO-CBX, Shiny's Taemin, and the BOYZ are right now. And the numbers are not small, not accounting delays, not pocket change. We're talking over 5 billion won, roughly 3.46 million US dollars, unpaid. This isn't a rumor from a fan forum. This came from an exclusive report by The Fact, one of the outlets that doesn't play when it comes to financial investigations. And the picture they painted? Messy. Concerning, borderline reckless. Let's start with the BOYZ. They're signed directly under 100 label, and according to the report, they're owed 1 billion won. That's nearly $700,000 for a group that's been active, touring, releasing, working non-stop. This isn't money they might get. This is money they already earned. Now, EXO-CBX. Baekhyun, Chen, and Xiumin are under INB 100, which is part of the 100 label ecosystem. Baekhyun alone is reportedly owed around 1 billion won. Chen and Xiumin, each owed hundreds of millions of won. Let that sink in. These are artists who survived SM's system, fought for better contracts, built their own label to protect themselves, and they're still dealing with unpaid settlements. And then there's Taemin. Yes, that Taemin, Chinese Taemin, a soloist with one of the strongest discographies and touring power in K-pop history. According to the report, he is owed well over 1 billion won. Not around, not approximately, well over. At this point, we're not talking about one unlucky artist or one delayed payment. This is a pattern. And when you zoom out, it gets worse. The fact didn't just stop at unpaid settlements. They went deeper into 100 labels' finances, and what they found raised serious red flags. Reports point to suspicious management practices by CEO Cha Ga-won, including what were described as absurd levels of spending. We're talking excessive costs on things like outfits and massive advance payments that don't align with the company's actual financial health. And here's the killer detail. The company's 2024 financial reports show that liabilities far exceed assets. In business terms, that's not type cash flow. That's not we're reorganizing. That's a company operating in the red while still spending like it's swimming in profit. That's a risk, not just for investors, but for the artists whose livelihoods depend on those settlements. And when The Fact reached out for a statement, silence. No clarification, no denial, no explanation. Nothing. And silence in situations like this is loud. As fans, this hits hard because these aren't rookies who don't understand contracts. These are seasoned artists who've already been through industry trauma. EXO-CBX fought publicly to escape unfair systems. Taemin carried Shiny through tragedy and transition with professionalism and grace. The BOYZ have been grinding to secure their place in a brutal market. If they are being left unpaid, what does that say about the system behind the scenes? This also raises a bigger, uncomfortable question. How many times does K-pop have to repeat the same story before something actually changes? New label, new branding, same old problems. Money earned by idols, money stuck at the company. Artists forced to wait, negotiate, or fight for what's already theirs. And let's be real, this isn't just about numbers on a spreadsheet. This is about trust. When artists sign with a company, especially after leaving major agencies, the bare minimum expectation is transparency and timely payment. Anything less is a betrayal of that trust. Right now, 100 Label's financial credibility is under a microscope. Fans are watching, industry insiders are watching, and most importantly, the artists are watching. Because this isn't theoretical. This is their income, their future planning, their security. What happens next will matter a lot. Will the company finally respond? Will settlements be paid? Or will this turn into yet another legal battle that drags on while idols stay professional and silent? One thing is clear, this story is far from over. If you care about artist rights, transparency in K-pop, and what really goes on behind the polished stages and perfect teasers, make sure you're subscribed to Daebaek Daily. We cover the news that labels hope you won't question, and we don't stop at the headline. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this is mismanagement or something much deeper? And as always, stay tuned, because when this develops, you'll hear it here first.